Fighting corruption to a standstill may be one of President Muhammadu Buhari's major plan in his government this time around, after being a military head of state, but being a democratically elected president of Nigeria at this very crucial time. I guess is one of the issues that a lot of people in Nigeria and outside of the country will be looking forward to, how this government will achieve that. And what do you make of the matter? Let's get the conversation started, shall we? Joining me, the Minister of Information, Culture and Tourism, Lai Mohammed, joins us to discuss this matter. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you, Shim.
Yeah, I must ask you first, before we go into the issue of the corruption fight. The president is in Qatar as we speak, and we have information that he has put pen to paper, signed the dotted lines on issues relating to some partnerships with the Qatari government. But in the first place, why the partnership with Qatar?
I think what the president has done is that he has realized that the myriad of problems facing Nigeria today will not be solved by sitting down at home, especially the economic woes. The fall in the price of crude oil has been majorly responsible for the economic headaches we have today. So he's been on a shuttle diplomacy. He's been to Saudi Arabia. He's in Qatar now, and in both countries, who are members of the OPEC and also members of gas exporting country forum, he has tried to rally support so that the price of crude can stabilize and can stop the slide. And I think this is very important for the economy. What happened in Qatar especially was that he called on all the members of oil exporting exporting countries, OPEC and non-OPEC members, to ensure that they agree on either production cost or a strategy that will firm up the price of crude. And of course, we are going to take the direct benefit of this in Nigeria. In Qatar also, he actually led Nigeria to sign two agreements. One was a bilateral air service agreement between Nigeria and Qatar, which will allow for both countries to have a reciprocal flights. And another is an agreement to prevent double taxation and also tax evasion. This, again, of course, is going to improve the investment climate between the two countries. And he also urged Qatarians to invest in agriculture, in banking, real estate, and finance. And these are areas where there are investment opportunities. And he promised and assured them that their property and their investment will be safe. So you can see that he's been on this trip, and is mainly just canvassing, for the country, and working very hard to improve the economy of this country. At the same time, building partnerships and relationships with other countries of the world.
Because one will be wondering, so Nigeria will be an Arabian ally this time around, because this latest trip we've seen the president go to a country like the US, is try to make ties with Germany, try to make ties with China. But what exactly, in terms of our foreign policy and our relationship with the outside world, exactly what are we looking at as a country in this Buhari government?
I think what we are witnessing is a president that is focused on economic diplomacy. A president that is very concerned about the state of the economy of the country today, and is working very hard to ensure that he gets partnership, in this area. But when he went to Germany, he went to the US, it was not just about the economy. It was also about security. It was about fighting terrorism. It was also about fighting corruption. So it depends on your take. And when the president travels outside this country, he is there to ensure that he promotes the best interest of Nigeria, whether in the area of security, in the area of the economy, or in the area of fighting corruption.
Okay, because I mean, of course, the policies and the economic belief about some of these blocks, the Asian blocks, the European blocks, the American blocks, it seems to be, it defines your relationship with them. These recent trips, these are some of oil-producing countries that we're talking about. Is the president looking at the issue of the oil price and how, because that exactly affects our economy back home here? Are we probably going to be seeing a consultation where the president will be asking for efforts in making that the oil price might go up to favor our economy?
Absolutely. You see, I think all major oil producing countries have lost over 70% of their of what they used to earn from oil. But this time, last year or or thereabout, a barrel of oil sold for about $100 a barrel. Today is selling for about $30 a barrel. So each of these countries would have witnessed a sharp decline in the revenue from oil. So it is it's therefore in the interest of these countries to come together to see how the price of oil can go again. And this will depend very much on how they are able to cooperate. And this is exactly what the president has decided to do.
All right, you've talked about partnership in air services. And one will remember that there was a partnership Nigeria had with the Virgin Airline. That went bad, isn't it? Would this new partnership with Qatari government in this line also go in the direction of the Virgin Airline?
I think there's a difference between the agreement between Virgin Air and whoever, and whatever, the Nigerian government. It was not a bilateral air service agreement. It was not between two countries. This is different. This is between Nigeria and and the government of Qatar. The one you were talking about, and I wouldn't know why it went bad, was not a bilateral service agreement.
All right, interesting. We'll take a moment. When we return, I will be asking the minister about the welfare package promised by his party and the government of President Muhammadu Buhari, how they hope to realize that considering the huge economic upheaval. That is next. Join us again.